Welcome back to Donington Park. We've gone past the halfway point of this show here, the Aprilia Challenge, and it's time for race 2 for the Aprilia Superteen. Rory Skinner there has won 3 out of 3 races this weekend at Donington Park and has got the lap record, and it's his birthday. Couldn't get any better for him. Well, of course he could. 4 out of 4 would do nicely. Georgina Polden second on the grid, and there's Danny Booth, who's third on the grid, leading the Nitro Newcomer Championship. There you can see Freddie Crane, who had an excellent first race, Dan Drayton and Ed Best on the second row for the Aprilia Superteen. Their last race of the weekend here at Donington Park, their last race of the year at Donington Park, and away they go from the line. Another cracking start there on the second row for Dan Drayton, number 34. You can see him centre of your picture, but Rory Skinner it is that's going to get the whole shot down into turn 1 ahead of Georgina Polden and Dan Drayton. Then it's Ed Best, Danny Boo. Good start there for Shane Faber also. I can see TJ Toms got away well. Number 7, you'll see him with the yellow wheels. But look at this. This is what Rory Skinner's been able to do time after time this season. He gets himself away and out of trouble. And a sensational start for him. Freddie Crane is up into the top 6 or 7 as well. Number 16 just going through there was Lee Harnett. And number 26 is Alex Wood. Alex, one of the newcomers for this season. Rory Skinner, it is that leads through McLean's, ahead of Georgina Polden, number 27. Then Dan Drayton and Ed Best, who had a look up the inside. Cameron Fraser, I just saw making progress. Number 55 and 73 going through. Also Jack Scott and Cameron Tenzing Jenkins. Shane Faber on the JDF Aprilia. TJ Toms out there on the Motrack Racing Aprilia, but going through Craner curves now. There is Danny Booth, number 46 on the Longton Battery Services Aprilia, up ahead of Dan Drayton. And it's Booth, Drayton, and now Ed Best, number 44, having a look up the inside from 4th up into 2nd. Is he? Oh, and a wide line there from Booth, and Best manages to get through, so he's gone from 5th place up into 3rd place now, and Dan Drayton is fighting back the rider from Scunthorpe. They are touching elbows as they go down the start-finish. Drayton then tipping down into turn 1 at Redgate, and it's going to be Best that just closes the door on Dan Drayton. So Best goes up ahead of Drayton. Danny Booth there in 5th place as well. We've got Tristan Finocchiaro and Miles Wassley a bit further back. These guys just being lapped at the moment. Sam Messenger, Matt Bauer. So they're not part of the battle for 3rd place overall. Tristan Finocchiaro is, though. In fact, no, that's Shane Faber. These guys are a part of this fight. Apologies. We have got a proper ding-dong going on here. These guys have all caught up to that battle for 3rd place. So down into Craner curves, they've been tripping each other up so much that they have invited a few others to the party. Booth in 3rd, ahead of Drayton, ahead of Best. So Danny Booth will now try and do what he did in race 1, and that's just inch away slowly. This is Georgina Polden. She's in 2nd place, rider from Oxford on the King's Two-Wheel Centre Aprilia. Then Booth, then Drayton, then Best, then Crane, Finocchiaro, Shane Faber and Keelan Irwin. That's Cameron Fraser, and that's Miles Wassley from Stonehouse. So they've all done exceptionally well to catch up with these guys, and they could be fighting for a podium soon. Across the line we go. Finocchiaro's there with Shane Faber and TJ Toms as well. This, and Rory Skinner, is even a problem there. Rory Skinner's sort of sitting up there, and he has got an issue with his Aprilia Superteen machine, number 11, and the championship leader is not going to get 4 out of 4 this weekend. So it's not going to be the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake then for Rory. Nevertheless, he does lead here as the champion overall. Georgina Polden, though, she's going to get herself another win to end the season. It looks like the last lap flag is out for her. Nice advantage that she's got there over Dan Booth. And Dan Booth has now opened up a lovely gap himself back to this fight for 3rd. Ed Best and Dan Drayton. It was Drayton actually in 3rd that time as they went across the line. Further back then, Cameron Fraser, Finocchiaro, Wassley, Irwin, etc. are fighting for the rest of the places. Look at them all here. That is going to be Cameron Fraser, is it that gets the advantage. Finocchiaro is taking a really sort of wide line from the exit of pit lane there. Cameron Fraser then is now up into 5th place. that would in fact mean that he would go into second place in the newcomers overall. Georgina Polden here, just got a bit of traffic to deal with. Checkered flag out for her, she takes the victory overall. There is Daniel Booth, he's going to take second and wins the Nitro newcomers, so he'll extend his championship lead in that. And then in the background, Ed Best it is that has just gone across the line in third ahead of Dan Drayton. Cameron Fraser is fifth, and he will be second overall in the Nitro newcomers, and then it's Tristan Finocchiaro there in sixth place. So good race that for Cameron Fraser, getting himself in the end up into the top five. Top three overall, Polden, Booth and Ed Best, as you can see there. Georgina, big smile on her face. And in the newcomers, Daniel Booth, the winner from Cameron Fraser and Miles Wassley. One round to go then for these guys, and this is how it looks. The yellow background of Rory Skinner's name and his points means he's the champion. He wins it from Polden and Best, and then Joe Thompson still hanging on in there in fourth ahead of Booth and Drayton. And in the newcomers, it's all to play for still. Just 17 points separating Daniel Booth and Shane Faber as we head into Mallory Park next month. Move on to second place in the newcomers now, Cameron Fraser. Cameron, another trophy for your collection for this season, a good end to the year.
Yeah, it was. I was having a good battle with Miles, Tristan at the end, and it was just a great battle, and I haven't had the best weekend, so that was a good way to round it off.
Anyone to thank?
Yeah, my mum and dad, RTL Motorcycles, vsip.co.uk, PSP, my mum and dad, grandma.
Well done to you, Cameron. It was 14 years ago, almost to the day, that Casey Stoner won the Aprilia Superteen Championship at this very circuit, Donington Park, after a mass scrapple season with Chaz Davis. And 14 years on, we have a new champion. Rory Skinner, number 11, won it here yesterday, and congratulations to Rory, the Scotsman, number 11. Such a fantastic season. He has been the dominant force, but he's had one or two contenders along the way, and not least Georgina Polden, second on the grid there, number 27, and Danny Booth, number 46, third on the grid. He's having a great second half of the season. Away we go. That was a rocket start from Dan Drayton on the second row. As we head down towards Redgate Corner, the first turn here, you can see Rory Skinner using all the exit there of pit lane to get himself the best possible line down into turn one, and it is the champion Rory Skinner that has the lead as they now lift themselves up through Hollywood and then down into Grainer. Such a beautiful day here for some motorcycle racing, and a great lead already for the new champion Rory Skinner. He'll be flat out down through Craner curves on these Aprilia 125 production motorcycles. Of course, it's class for 12 to 18-year-olds, and as you just heard a moment ago, famous for creating stars such as Stoner, Davies, Crutchlow and many more. This is the national circuit here at Donington Park, so they'll actually now be going straight down into Roberts S's here, which is flick right then left. A great overtaking opportunity onto the start finish straight. What a lead Skinner's got here, and he is just gone across the line and broken the lap record, folks. That lap record's been there for quite some time. Tom Oliver from, I think that must have been 2011 or 12, something like that. I think 11, yes, it must have been 11, as Dan Drayton goes up the inside of Danny Booth there, but Rory Skinner has now got the lap record. There is Danny Booth, number 46 from Preston on the Longton Battery Services Aprilia. As I said, just taken the lead of the Nitro Newcomer Championship. Comes Danny Booth from about 5th place up into 3rd, and Drayton also comes through and mugs Ed Best. So Ed Best there, number 44 with the purple wheels, really has just been stitched up as they go onto the start-finish straight now, and Ed tries to get back into the slipstream. Booth it is, number 46 on the right of your screen in 3rd. But look at this, Ed Best and Dan Drayton, elbows out down into Redgate Corner. Freddie Crane's there as well, and Ed Best just about manages to get the better of Dan Drayton. But it's so quick through here on these bikes, they literally just dump a gear and then back onto the throttle again, flat out more or less all the way down here through Craner curves. They then go through this left-hander down into the old hairpin. Another good overtaking opportunity before getting themselves back on the throttle again and flat out all the way around Schwantz curve and up towards McLean's. That was easy for Rory Skinner. He's taken the lap record. It's 3 wins out of 3 this weekend for him.